Well, good evening, Wings of Faith, and to our entire Faith Nation. Welcome once more again to our Transformation Tuesday. I'm here prepared to tag team with the always anointed, one of God's greatest treasures, evangelist, Melissa Williams. Listen, before we get started, I want to take a moment and thank you all so much for your fellowship and your fellowship on Sunday. What an magnanimous, what an awesome, what a Pentecostal fire good time we had Sunday morning. People are still drunk in the spirit. People are still shouting. People are still excited and ignited about that word and about the presence of God in that place. So thank you all so much for just being there, and all those that tagged, that shared, that tuned in. What a blessing it was. How you doing today?
I'm doing phenomenal. How are you today?
I'm excellent. Do you have your word? Do you know what we're doing?
Yes, I have.
Because everybody know you're in charge, so you're the boss. I'm supposed to be in charge, but she's the boss. So, boss, what did the Lord tell you to tell me to explain today?
You are so silly.
What are we doing?
Tonight we're going to be talking about faith, water walking faith.
Water walking faith.
Water walking faith.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that is a great season that we're in, because I do believe that God is transcending us to another dimension. I believe that what God is requiring us to do is something unconventional, untraditional, out the box, and it's going to require some large faith.
Yeah, some water walking faith. It's going to take a whole nother level of trust in this season. But I think that there's a lot of people too that's going to be parallel, not so much into another season, but into another dimension.
Oh yeah.
I think especially now after the pandemic, so many people God is going to give double favor to because they stayed faithful in the midst of it, in spite of it. So I think it's an exciting time, and so many people of faith are on the edge, and they can sense and feel in the spirit realm that God is up to something. So I'm excited to see what he's getting ready to do.
Yeah, I believe some people are going to be shifted to another dimension. I also believe that a lot of people prophetically are going to be placed in a time of error. What that means, the seasons aren't going to keep changing. They're going to be sealed. And that means it's not going to be keep moving, but the climate is going to be set. So I believe we're being in a time of error. It's going to be just set in that place for them.
Excellent. Okay, let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right? Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead.
So good evening, Faith Nation. We're so excited to deliver this word tonight. Tonight, we're going to be coming from Matthew chapter 14. It's a very familiar text. I'm sure you guys know the story, but please follow along with us tonight, because I do believe that what the bishop has to say tonight is going to give us a refreshing insight, some revelation. And so we're going to tag team and do it. So if you have your paper, Bibles with you, or your iPhones, please go with us to Matthew chapter 14. And we're going to begin at the 22nd verse. I'm going to be reading out of the NIV version. So just follow along with us. And here we are, Matthew chapter 14, verse 22. And it says, "Immediately Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go on ahead of him to the other side, while he dismissed the crowd. After he had dismissed them, he went up on a mountainside by himself to pray. Later that night, he was there alone, and the boat was already